We have a SM465 today, and some of this is already taken apart because I thought I was going to be able to fix it without taking the tranny apart, but apparently not. It came in for a noise and I was thinking it was going to be the front bearing, but I just don't see anything wrong with the front bearing, so we're going to have to go further. So in order to get the top cover off 9/16, and you got to move the shifter in such a way that these two forks kind of line up in order to get this out of there when you're sliding it off. And you're going to kind of slide it at an angle and up and over. The front cover is off also, 1/2 inch on those. Inch and 13/16, I'm sorry, on the yoke. Go ahead and pull that off. Pull your speedometer off right there. And I believe it's like an inch. Maybe 15/16. Maybe I grabbed an inch and an eighth. There, it's an inch. Now you gotta pull the two bearings off of the front when you do this, and just use whatever bearing puller you have. Go ahead and get our bell housing off of there. And 3/4 for that. Probably gonna have to wrench that top one out. You don't have to take the two PTO covers off unless you just want to. blade screws in the front. And there's a snap ring here you're going to need to take off to get this front bearing out. I'm going to take the back side off. I'm going to see if I can get this bearing to walk out of there without having to get something on it. .9/16 on the rear cover. And there's a couple spots around here. You can get on there and tap that. Make sure our gear's okay, it looks okay. Speedometer gear has to come off. It looks okay. This bearing is going to have to come off. So this snap ring needs to come off. Ouch. Now let's see how nice it wants to be. About coming off of there. Okay, looks like it's not wanting to be nice. Alright, so I'm going to have to take these snap rings off of here. Get a bearing splitter on here and pull these off of here. So let me get all set up with that, and I'll be back. Okay, so just use your bearing splitter on there. And see if this front one will come out without it. If I can move the counter shaft back enough. So damn heavy. Alright, there's a slot, flat slot on this gear right here. That'll allow you to get your input shaft off of there. get this right. There we go. And the bearings are going to fall out, so don't worry about that. I need to clean this out to look up in here. I'll make sure that everything is okay. Just glancing at it, it looks like it's okay, which kind of expected the problem to be here if it wasn't on that other front bearing. The main shaft looks to be okay. Washer off the back. See if we can get this out of here without smashing the fingers too much. So stinking heavy. Alright. See if we can get our counter shaft out now. We're going to have to get that bearing out of there. Looking at the shaft, it looks okay. Just don't see a reason for all the noise this thing was making. Feels okay. Just everything feels okay. This one is a little bit on the rougher side. Alright, we'll see what the synchronizers look like. Look okay. Getting a little bit on the worn side there. I mean, it's up against the gear and it's still easy to turn. So I'm gonna recommend that they do bearing seals and synchros on this thing, and we'll go from there. We'll take the rest of this apart if we get the okay on it.